Hello guys, it's Tricky Mario 7654 here, and I've got some bad news concerning this VCR. We've had this since like the early 2000s, and I decided today that I decided to retire it effective immediately. Why, you may be wondering? Well, here's how the story goes. A few months ago, I uploaded a video that shows you the internal workings of it, and unfortunately, for something, I did something to this VCR, like it's caused it, and as a result, I've been having some problems with it. And the first issue started later that night when I had this tape in here. Now, I've shown you this before, but you may have noticed there's a lot of excessive tape on here, and when I had this in the machine, it screwed it up, and yeah, it basically, that was the first time I think this machine has screwed up a tape in its lifetime. And so yeah, and as a result, like caused, so it's like much more excessive tape on it. Like, I'll tell you this, look at the excessive number. No, the tape, look how much it's so it's like an excessive number of it. Like, I don't remember that being that much when it was first recorded, but it did something to it, and it's also like crinkled and damaged it in a way. And yeah, it's got a scratch going through some section of it, like a line through it. It's terrible. And this VCR did something. And now, I've had intermittent problems with this, sometimes damaging tapes, but thankfully not causing enough to completely screw it up until today. And it's this cassette here, which I showed you before. This is where volumes 10 and 11 of Australian TV commercials come from. It's got a World Superbike Phillip Island round and the 1995 Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix, the one that last held in Adelaide. Well, I had this set in the machine today, and then all of a sudden, towards the end of it, it stopped and like rewound, even though it was at the end of the cassette, which I had similar problems with this one too when I was transferring the races on them. You believe me, it was a pain in the ass to get them off this. At one stage, I actually because when it got to the point where it stopped because of this too much tape on this side of this side, it got so much that it was causing problems, and I couldn't get it playing to the point where I actually had to like cut this cassette. I literally had to cut the tape, and then just to get to the rest of the tape, which thankfully worked, and I was able to get all the races off it. Thank God. But anyway, let's put that aside. But unfortunately, it did this today. I decided it wouldn't rewind. It like wouldn't do a fast rewind when it hit the end of supposedly the end of the tape. And I decided to investigate it. I opened up the machine and put the tape in it. And when I was rewinding, I managed to get to fast rewind, using the remote. And I noticed that there was a lot more tape on it than I remembered, and then I thought, oh, is this problem happening again? And then eventually it did this. There's like a nice scratch going in it, and I thought, as soon as I saw that scratch appearing, I immediately stopped the tape and played it, and I saw it been damaged, and I thought, oh, you bastard VCR. And as a result, I decided, effective immediately, to retire this VCR from usage. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's obviously, when I opened this up, to show you the internal workings, I must have done something to it that's caused these problems. And yeah. And before you're wondering, if you're thinking, oh, you still got to do a DVD player. Well, this thing is just stuffed too. Like, the disc drive mechanism just won't open most of the time. Like, so yeah, so that thing was done. So the only real good thing on this is the VCR, but that's appears to be having problems too. So I thought, screw it, I'm done with this VCR. I'm not going to sacrifice any more tapes to it. So yeah, I've got to find a new VCR now, because this one is just dead. I mean, it's not going to be working anymore. I've had enough of it. So I'll make sure to show you a video of my new VCR once I get it. But before I go, I thought I'd show you something my dad found today at the second-hand store. Found this. Shades of Love. I don't know what this is, but he found it because he just bought it for me anyway. It said, it's on Roadshow Lorimer home video. Yeah, looks to be in good shape. This, for those who don't know, Roadshow Lorimer home video. This was obviously a joint venture between Village Roadshow and Lorimer, later Lorimer. Yeah, and of course, you know, the TV company that produced some you know, Dallas and that, the Waltons, Full House. There. But basically, here's the cassette. Thought this is nice, and yeah, must be in good shape. Shades of Love, Lilac Dream. Oh, yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I'll see you when I get my new VCR.